I know y'all have seen that girl that was going to a wedding and is dressed in like a bubblegum pink like skirt jumpsuit type of thing, looking like she belongs in a freaking 70s music video. Why would you wear that to a wedding? I don't care what your boyfriend told you. That is not on him. You should not be wearing that to a wedding in the first place. Like, not knowing that it's like black tie, and if you wore like a short dress instead of a, you know, floor length gown, that's different. But like, why would you think that that was appropriate to any sort of wedding? Like, even if it was a beach wedding, like, you wear something nice. That looks like I could be going roller skating. Like, I don't understand the logic. I need an explanation for why you thought that that was an appropriate outfit for a wedding. And if you haven't seen it, please go look it up and come back here and give me your outrage about that outfit, please.
You ever watch someone walk into an event and immediately know they did not read the room? Like, babe, this ain't brunch. This is a black tie. And that's exactly what happened. She got invited to a wedding by her boyfriend, no less, all right? He told her just wear something nice. So she throws on something cute, something cutesy, bubblegum pink, short, flirty, everyday party, not evening elegance. And then she walks in surrounded by floor-length gowns, tuxedo, champagne flutes, and she's standing there looking like she's on her way to Sweet 16. Now, everyone online wants to drag the boyfriend, and yes, he's wrong for not giving her the full rundown, but let's be honest for a second. Self-awareness should be checked in, because as a grown woman, you shouldn't need a manual to know how to move in certain rooms. Hey, Rych Babes, it's Robyn Milan, and welcome back to the channel where we do it the rich way, girl. Think rich, get rich, and stay rich. So let's get right into this video, and I'll be back at the end.
I am at a wedding. I'm literally hiding out in the staff hallway right now because I've been having kind of a panic attack all night. Because when I walked into this wedding, that is when I found out that it is black tie. And literally every woman at this wedding is wearing a floor-length black gown. Not only is it black tie, but you're supposed to wear all black. Like, I asked my boyfriend, what was I supposed to wear to this wedding? And he said, whatever, just something nice. It's a wedding. And I was already a little worked up because I have like a knee and a calf injury right now. So I have to wear flats and I don't have any fancy flats. So I'm like wearing white Doc Martens, but let me show you my outfit. Every single person in this wedding, long black dress. This is what I'm wearing. Do you see this? Here's I look like a kindergartner on her first day of school. I look like a slutty church lady. Do you know what I actually look like? I look like some kind of cartoon character that got brought to life. I do not look like this is it. This is every person in that room over there. Floor length black gown. And this is what I'm wearing. I keep hiding because I don't want to ruin all the wedding pictures. I would not do this on purpose. I cannot believe I didn't know it was black.
But she goes on to say that she had an injury on her foot or her ankle or something, and she has to wear flats, and she does not have nice flats. Now, I'm sorry to say, but you knew this before you went to that wedding. Regardless of the dress code, you should have got yourself some nice wedding flats. But instead, she chooses to wear this. White Doc Martens with socks. Nobody's talking about the socks. God, nobody's talking about the socks. That's the part that really got me because I'm like, huh? The dress doesn't even go with the socks and the boots. She goes on to say that literally she just keeps going back here. She's embarrassed. She feels like she dressed like a toddler at this wedding, and she's hiding because she doesn't want to ruin the pictures. And she's upset. She's like, I just didn't think that this wouldn't be appropriate. Now I'm going to be the one to say it, and a lot of people said it, but in what world would this ever even be appropriate for another style wedding? Unless someone said, come, have fun, be vibrant, be bubbly, be giggly, whatever. I don't know. People come up with all kinds of weird themes for their weddings. This would be a themed wedding. This outfit would have to be for a themed wedding. Otherwise, have people lost sight of what we're supposed to be wearing to other people's weddings?
Black tie is probably one of the most misunderstood dress codes that's out there. So I want to take the time now to talk about what it actually means and why it matters. And my good friend Carl said, and I want people to know that black tie doesn't mean that everyone has to wear all black. Black tie isn't just about a color or a vibe. It's more along the lines of a formality. It's about honoring the occasion, the space, and the host. Somewhere along the lines, not only did people start associating it with being boring, dated, and uptight, but they also associated it with you only could wear black, and that is so far from the truth. Now, too many folks either just flat out ignore that dress code or they try to rebel against it, thinking that it's going to make them look more fashionable. And if you're on your personal style journey, I need you to learn this truth. Style is not about rejecting the structure. It is all about knowing how to work within it. When a dress code says black tie, it's not about stripping away your identity. You can still show up as you, but a more elevated version. Of course, you do have to wear a floor-length gown. When it comes to colors, think along the lines of like deep jewel tones if you don't want to wear black. And depending on the occasion and the time of the day, you can even wear something a little bit more brighter, but not too bright. Think luxurious fabrics such as velvet, satin, or silk. And also accessories that speak to your vibe without making it too casual. And I want you to know you don't have to be boring to be appropriate, but you do have to respect the assignment. Especially at weddings, galas, fundraisers, or formal events, black tie means something. And like I said, on Beyonce's internet and this era of social media, there is no excuse for you not to do your research and ask questions before you just do whatever you want.
What does one wear to a black tie wedding? The answer is I have no idea, but if the invitation says come glam, wear a gown, and be in all black, then I think I understood the assignment. So get ready with me for a black tie wedding wearing this gorgeous dress from AW Bridal. It's called the Annabelle dress. And I thought this was such a perfect wedding guest dress for what this invitation called for. So I'm just adding a little bit of jewelry here, nothing too much, because the dress, you guys, this Annabelle dress is the moment. Not only was this dress the perfect length for what I wanted to wear, but the corset detailing in the back is just so cute. It had the perfect amount of tooling and of course the little glitter all throughout the dress, and then I just added silver heels to kind of play off of the sparkles in the dress. As far as wedding guest dresses go, I fell in love with this one, you guys.
This lady wore bubblegum pink, bubblegum blue, and Doc Martens to a black tie wedding. This is no hate to her, but me personally, in my control issues, if I was invited to a wedding by my boyfriend, I would ask him to see the invitation. Why are you guys blindly trusting your boyfriends? Granted, men, like, these men are grown, right? They should have some sense, but y'all, common sense isn't so common. And when it's something so serious as a wedding, especially when it's not your friend's wedding or whatever, like you're not the one that's invited, why wouldn't you ask your boyfriend to see the freaking invitation to see what the dress code is? And this has happened so many times. I always see TikToks about women wearing the wrong outfit to a wedding because they didn't know what the dress code was. Why are y'all trusting these men? Why are y'all trusting these men? Like, why? Why are y'all not, why are you not asking your boyfriend to see the wedding invitation? Cause what the now you're at a wedding wearing white Doc Martens to a black tie wedding. Huh? When you easily could have just been like, babe, let me see the wedding invitation. Don't piss me off.
Here are my do's and don'ts of what to wear when attending a gala, specifically a black tie gala. This look is 10 out of 10 something I would wear to a gala. The long evening gown, the evening bag, the statement sleeves. The jewelry is simple and elegant, and she has her curls out. This is an example of something I would not wear to a black tie gala. Bra top, belly out, high slit. None of it gives elegant. It's actually a double slit. None of it gives elegant. It gives very much daytime beach wear. This is another example of a dress that I would wear to a gala if you're more on the simple side. The details are gorgeous and it has a nice off-the-shoulder detailing, which is not too much for this event, so I would do that. It still gives sexy and classy, so 10 out of 10. Okay, this is another example of a dress I would wear to a black tie gala, from the clutch to the accessories to the draped sleeves to the corset detailing. Like, yes. And the updo is taking it. I love the updo. I feel like updos are perfect when you're wearing any type of evening gown. It's kind of cut off, but good. This is something that I would absolutely not wear to a black tie gala. Even the lace-up heels are kind of tacky just for that event, and too many cutouts. It's a button up, very, very high slit, stomach out. It's also unbuttoned at the top. Like, it only has that one button at the top. Not for a black tie gala. Actually me, and I wore this to a gala in the beginning of the year. I had a gold clutch, gold earrings. I had no necklace, and I kept it really dainty with the jewelry and this long, beautiful train gown. I literally got compliments the entire night. The off-the-shoulder corset detailing at the top. Like, this dress was made for me. Like, I literally saw it and I had to get it. And the hunter green, a look.
I can't get over it. I lied. This one takes the cake.
I've been to 5 weddings in the past 2 years. 5. And I have 5 this year. 5. Let's get into the dresses that I've worn and would die to rewear for the first time again.
I'm probably gonna say this about all of them, but this is definitely my favorite. If I could rewear this one for the first time, I'd be so happy. This, chef's kiss. I love it. Definitely this one, top 2. This one was a fan favorite. I'm not sure if it's because I posted it the most, but I've received the most compliments on this one. The color, everyone loved it. The fit is absolutely insane and stunning. Actually cinches you so well here. I mean, the color is stunning. I think this is perfect for a spring or summer wedding. It does come with straps. I prefer with no straps though, so I could just like go to the tailor, cut it, or cut it myself. I just tuck it in. But yeah, this is a good one. I know I said that first one was my favorite, but I forgot how much I really did love this one. I think this is the most elegant one out of all. Please, let's just admire it all, the slit. And let me show you the best part. It was a winter wedding, so I wore it with gloves. I forgot how stunning this was. Please, I'm gonna find somewhere to rewear this to. If you saw this and you see me wear it again, mind your business, okay? Because this is stunning. I had a dark red lip with silver accessories, and this was chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
People that dress inappropriately, whether it's to a wedding or a teacher, they all have one thing in common, and that is lack of self-awareness. I think we've all seen teachers who wear really inappropriate clothes to classrooms. And the reason why they're so disconnected from reality is because in their head, they think they're going to be that hot teacher. Like in the movies, they're going to come in, all the teachers are going to be like, oh my God, they're so hot. I love your outfit. All the kids, all the boys in the classroom are going to be like, oh my God, the hot teacher. Like, this is what they think. When in reality, people that are smart, emotionally intelligent, that is completely not what they think. Like in their heads, they think, okay, this teacher has daddy issues, complete lack of common sense, the fact that you don't wear that stuff to a classroom, clearly self-confidence issues, because why are you looking for validation from kids? Pedo, and so on. Those are the actual thoughts that go through normal people's heads. And so there's a clear disconnect between how they think they will be perceived versus how they're actually perceived in real life. Another example is showing up to a wedding completely inappropriately dressed. Now in her head, she's like, oh, I'm confident, I'm gonna get so many compliments, when in reality, that is completely not what anybody's thinking. They're thinking like, okay, why are you showing up looking like this? This is not about you. This is about the couple. And why do you not have common sense to understand that there's a time and a place to be dressed like that? Yes, this is not it. And so again, there's a huge disconnect because of lack of self-awareness.
So here's the thing, Rych Babes. This isn't about the outfit. It's about the awareness. You're a woman stepping into someone else's celebration, a wedding. Even if you don't know the exact dress code, you should have already know weddings call for elegance. You don't show up looking like you grabbed something from a Fashion Nova clearance rack. That wasn't even Fashion Nova either. Like, I don't even know what that was. Like, you gotta do your research, you gotta prepare, you gotta like represent yourself and whoever that you're walking in with. Because when you walk into a black tie event underdressed, it doesn't just make you look unprepared, it makes you look unaware. And awareness is part of your image, okay? Like, you can't call yourself that girl and not know how to read the room. Like, let's be honest, the boyfriend definitely failed her too. He should have said, hey babe, it's a black tie, grab something formal. He should have protected her presentation, but he didn't. And she didn't protect her own either. Because sometimes as a woman, we depend too much on other people to set the tone instead of setting it for ourselves. Google exists. Pinterest exists. You can literally type, what do I wear to a wedding, and get examples instantly. There's no excuse for showing up to an event looking like you missed a memo, especially when the memo was common sense, okay? Realizing that common sense is not too common, girl. And if your man let you walk out the house looking like that in the first place, that says a lot as well. A real partner helps you shine, not let you become the example of what not to do. But at the same time, we can't expect people to cover blind spots we refuse to address. Ladies, presentation matters, not for validation, but for respect. When you walk into a room, you tell the world how you view yourself. Every outfit, every posture, every moment of preparation says, I know who I am. So next time someone says, oh, just wear something nice, ask the following questions. What kind of event is it? What's the theme? Indoors or outdoors? Day or night? Like, that's not being extra. That's just being prepared. Because one thing about a rich babe, we don't get caught off guard. Okay, we do polished, poised, and perfect prepared. Let this be your reminder. When you show up unaware, you give people permission to underestimate you. And we're not doing that anymore, okay? So my lovelies, if you are serious about leveling up your confidence, presentation, and self-life mindset, there's a private community launching November the 1st, and I cannot wait. Make sure that you get on the email list at richmilanco.com. The link is down in the description box below. All right, my loves, I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Until next time, Rich Babes, stay rich. Love you.